All right, we're back.
Gang.
And we're here to discuss the part one of the season finale of 2020. How exciting has it been that our dear leader, the man himself, Donald John Trump,
Donald Genius Trump,
has the inevitable, or no, the unexpected, the unpredictable.
The most unpredictable thing has happened. He's a Democrat.
He switched to communism.
Mm-hmm. He's a communist. He's a communist.
Stalinist, to be specific.
God, fuck.
He's got the corona.
He's got the Rona, boys. Yeah!
Yeah! Let's go!
Woo!
Yeah,
Go Trump. Go Trump. Fucking idiot.
Nice.
Doesn't know how to wear his fucking
After
mask.
bragging on Tuesday's debate that he never wears a mask and Biden always wears a mask, 2 days later he gets the big Rona.
After bragging that he's just built different and immune to COVID, boy gets COVID.
Yeah, so, it doesn't stop there, because not only did he get COVID from one of his closest advisors, a woman named Hope Hicks.
Oh, that's how we got it?
That's how we believe he got it, because she got it, and then a few hours later we heard he got it. So,
oh, okay.
And she always hangs around him, but
Whoa.
It doesn't stop there.
Doesn't stop. But wait, there's more.
There's so much more. Not only does he have it, not only does his wife Melania have it.
His wife has it?
Yep, his wife has it.
Damn.
She's doing fine, but there's like 25 different Republicans who have it now because of him. Because there was on Wednesday some fundraiser that all of them were at. Like all of the Republicans, all of the big name Republicans were at, and there's pictures and videos of none of them wearing masks.
Fucking idiots.
And all of them mingling outside, and they all are getting it now. Kellyanne Conway, Chris Christie, so many people.
There's no way there's one named Chris Christie.
There's a guy he ran for president last time.
Suck my nuts.
And it's glorious. It's glorious. And I love that Kellyanne Conway, her daughter is like the complete opposite of her. She's like hardcore leftist, so she like just bags on her mom all the time on social media, and she's like,
fucking idiot, got COVID.
She's like, yeah, and she tested positive, but she told us she tested negative and walked around the house the whole day thinking she tested negative before she announced that she tested positive. So and her dad's the same way. Like both her daughter and her husband are like leftists, and then she's like Trump's like one of the top people, one of the top.
How do you marry like
how does
that?
I don't know how that happens, bro. It's pretty crazy. I like using this as a microphone.
Don't touch the baggy out city dick on the microphone.
It's a giant wooden cock.
It's a giant wooden cock.
Picture when I get the
3, 2, 1. Giant baggy out wooden cock. That's exactly what Kevin has in his hands.
It's the reincarnation of one that we had a few years ago, which I still have a couple pictures of. I'll flash those ones up, but that one was
tiny.
Teeny.
That was small fries. Those are rookie numbers.
This is big boy hour now.
This is a big boy hour.
Mm-hmm. And yeah. So our dear boy Donald, it's been a roller coaster. I've been checking Twitter like every 10 minutes, just refresh. And after the news broke that he had it on Thursday night, it was like Twitter's finest hour. Everyone was just like, it was hilarious.
It was the 11th hour.
You had to be there. It was like everyone was cracking jokes, and it was like I hadn't felt energy like that on Twitter in so long since Bernie won Nevada, right before the dark days begun. But he first of all, they announced that he had mild symptoms, and then the next day he was helicopter flown to the hospital, and he diarrheaed all over the place. And
he diarrheaed in
the helicopter.
Okay, it's either the guy flying the helicopter just didn't like him and made that up, which is totally fine with me.
I don't even know if that's true. That's just what I heard from one person. But who has like some reputation, so maybe it's, I don't know. But then he had a high fever, and through yesterday they put him on 3 different medications. Like they tried 3 different things in yesterday alone to see what would work, and now they're like on the experimental phase.
And now he's just tripping balls.
And now he's still there, and he is tripping balls because his tweets have been really weird. Like
Is that him tweeting, or does he have like someone managing?
It's anyone's guess at this point. Like, maybe it is him.
Because I know like some celebrities have like other people managing their social media.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Biden does, obviously. But like,
because he doesn't know how to use a fucking phone.
Donald definitely does use it. I just don't know if he's using it right now. So in the last few days, all he's tweeted "get well" or "going well." I think. Thank you to all. Love. But if you look really close,
yeah, I saw that. The second L is a capital I. I saw it on TikTok. I was like, what is he? Fuck?
I think what my thought process was, it was him, and he was tweaking out so hard that he wrote "going well" WEL, and then his brain immediately jumped to "I think," so he like typed the I, but he forgot to put in like the second L and the comma. So then he's like, "Oh, I'll just go with it, and then I'll keep that." And then he just kept writing. I don't know.
That's just who the fuck cares though. It's just another whatever.
But
he's done worse.
And then the last thing he tweeted was 4 hours ago, which was unrelated to Corona. He said, "Our great USA wants and needs stimulus. Work together and get it done. Thank you." But it's like he's telling other people to work together and get it done. And then what if this is the last thing he ever says? It's just that. But God, I'm done with the niceties. I want this fucker to die. God damn it.
You're mean, Kevy dog.
Go away. He's mean.
What's gonna happen if he has Rona and like the debate
and he dies?
No, like if he doesn't die, but like he can't.
Oh well, the next debate is probably canceled, but this is only like 10 days away. But he's a goner. No, I actually give it 50-50 on whether or not he makes it.
He is pretty old.
He's fat. He's old. He's 74.
Does he have like diabetes or anything?
I don't know. But he's not looking good, dude. He's looking.
I mean, if they just injected him with like 3 meds.
I know, but though they're giving him they're giving him everything they can. They're like, people are constantly watching him, pumping him full of whatever, and it's like, I don't know how he could he could be allowed to die under that circumstance. But either way, I mean, given the fact that Corona like leaves long-term
of the old people's
impacts, whether you make it or not, means that he's dead in a few years anyway, like because of complications probably.
Yeah, just because like people like.
And there was a thing yesterday that on the way to the hospital he was like saying to his advisors, is this how I go? There was a friend of his who died like 6 months ago from Corona. He's like, am I going out like him? So he legitimately thought he was going to die.
Damn.
So
it's kind of scary, I guess.
Fuck him. Fuck all the, every time I check Twitter and a new Republican has Corona, I'm just like, after months of masks don't work, Corona is overblown, they're all just getting their comeuppance. It's like it's just, God maybe does exist. Okay, I'm done. It's like
God just might exist. God just might be a Democrat. Just might be.
It's amazing.
God's gonna come down wearing a blue tie.
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunked it? That after that shitty, terrible debate where neither of them talked like 4-year-olds that didn't know English. Like,
yeah, Trump.
Fuck.
God, that was a nightmare.
Trump wouldn't shut up, and even if Biden could speak, it probably wouldn't be a coherent like sentence.
Yeah.
I think we need to clean the leaves of the trees so no more fire happen. Trump 2020.
God, dude.
Fucking idiots.
We're so boned, man. But maybe less boned if Trump die?
If Trump die?
Because Pence would get wiped clean by Biden in the election. Trump already looks like he's gonna...
Do the Republicans even like Pence that much?
Nobody likes Pence. He's only there because he's a Christian and he's the Christian vote.
Yay!
And
Yay.
Yeah, he's gonna get Oh, man, it's just a situation, and the
situation's getting pretty hairy.
And like Twitter's where it's at. You get shit immediately on Twitter, like, and you get all the funny memes that goes with it. So it's the best.
Oh my god. I'm just saying.
Dude, our president is gonna die.
Our president? Oh my god. So is it like if he does die, is it just Biden automatically?
Well, it'd be Pence would be sworn in, and he'd be president for about a month, and then the election would happen.
You'd be surprised what could happen in a month.
What could happen in a month?
Anything. It's 2020, motherfucker.
You're right. Well, Biden tested negative. Let's talk nuclear scenario here. Trump dies, Biden gets it and dies. Pence is sworn in. Then who's the Democratic nominee? Now,
Kamala Harris?
Technically, it should be Bernard because
he
has the second most delegates, but that would never happen in a million years. They're not going to let that happen. So it would be Kamala Harris.
Because she's the one that...
Because she's the VP or whatever.
Yeah, because that's what, what's his name wanted. Whatever his name is. Damn. Old man dementia Biden.
Crazy, dude.
Gosh.
It's wild.
Rona is coming back.
That's true.
Like, just for one final kick before we get the vaccine in 3 years. Or some shit.
Bro, man. Fuck. I don't even know what to think anymore about. Like, I'm just here for the ride at this point.
Oh, didn't The Rock have corona? I swear The Rock had corona and, like, his family got... Someone had... I thought it was...
I don't know. He endorsed Joe and he wore a... Did you see what he was wearing in that video?
The Rock?
The Rock, yeah. He had some titties, man. Let's pull it up, Jamie. He was, like... rocking a skin tight blue shirt,
and he had some big man bobs.
Some big man bobs,
big muscular man bobs. They're probably bulletproof, dude.
For real,
his big man bobs are bulletproof.
Bullet could not stop Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson, Joe. There he is.
Holy shit! Those are boobs.
What's he like? That's hilarious. I love it.
Those are boobs.
That's a shirt right there.
Wait, he looks like he stuffed his bra or something. Like, actually.
He's just got so much muscle. He's all muscle. That's all he is.
Why is his nipple at the bottom of his, he's got so much muscle that the nipple has moved to under his, pec.
That's awesome.
What the fuck?
Damn.
That's so... Interesting. All is good in the hood.
Hell yeah, all is good.
God.
Anyway, the only notable thing I thought that happened at the debate was when Trump told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by. You saw that, right?
No, what are you talking about?
Okay, so you know what the Proud Boys are?
Mm-mm.
So basically they're a group of crazy... Extremists who were led by this guy named Gavin McInnes who... I was trying to find the video. Basically, they're what people are afraid Antifa is, except on the right, and they're an actual organization that gets like tattoos and stuff. They're like the collection of neo-Nazis for realsies. They're like they openly advocate for violence and just to kill people who are like leftists and basically
that's not
they're white supremacists, and I'll show you if I can find the video while I'm talking, but because it shows who their guy is, their leader,
their homie G,
who's like giving out the orders basically. Although they praised Trump, and Trump basically at the debate, the moderator said, "Mr. Trump, are you willing here and now to condemn white supremacy and all that?" And Trump's like, his answer was literally, sure, but I think most of the violence we're seeing is from the left. Look at Antifa. So he completely pivots away, and then both the moderator and Joe Biden are like, then do it, condemn it right now, condemn white supremacy. And Trump's like, what do you want me to condemn? What do you want to call them? And the moderator says, the Proud Boys. And he says, the Proud Boys, sure, stand back and stand by. He says, stand back and stand by, as if he's giving an order. And then he immediately goes back to, but Antifa, they're the crazy ones. And so it's like he literally...
So they're called the Proud Boys?
They're called the Proud Boys. These are the guys that we... They're called the... And they have tattoos that says Proud Boy on their arms. Some of them do.
I don't think I've ever seen any of them. That's
because they're like fringe, but they're not fringe anymore because the president just told them, and now they're selling shirts. They're selling shirts on their website that says "Stand back and stand by," because he said that. So he couldn't do it. He could not condemn white supremacy, and he probably didn't even really know who the Proud Boys were. He just said it, and then it's
interesting.
It's pretty wild.
Trump.
Oh, and then also at the debate, take a close look. PP.
Oh my.
Oh my God! It says PP in the background.
PP. Poo poo.
Oh, new Joji album. Did you peep it? Did you check it out?
Nope.
It's pretty good. Got some good stuff on there.
What's it called?
It's called Nectar.
The Nectar of the Gods. What are you looking for again?
I'm looking for the video that's about the leader of the Proud Boys. That
boy's fucking crazy,
and he's the leader of their little group. That's
Hold on,
not getting so little anymore because.
Wait, the Proud Boys are violent people.
Yeah, they're
the
Nazis. They're neo-Nazis, is what they are. They are the modern day Nazis.
Wait, how are they getting away with this?
That's just I mean, that's just what they do. And wait, they're an organization that you can join and you can get your tattoo if you're really.
Is it only white people? Am I allowed to join?
I'm sure they would accept you because, well, what most of the time happens is they like having a couple non-white people in their crew to be like, see, it's not just a white thing. Although he's so openly a terrible person that he might just say no. Anyone who's not like white passing can just.
That is so racist. I want to be a proud boy.
I want to be a proud boy. I'm proud and I'm a boy. Look at me, I'm a boy.
I'm a boy and I'm proud. What the fuck? How is that?
And Trump told them to stand back and stand by. Now they have shirts that says that, stand back and stand by or whatever around their symbol.
Fucking yee.
See, because like Antifa and even Joe Biden, to give him some credit, even he said this at the debate. There is no like leader of Antifa. There's no centralized organization of Antifa. You don't have to sign. Like anyone can go out in the street wearing black and wearing like a mask and call themselves Antifa and they'll be Antifa. But with these guys, there's like a leader, a founder, because Antifa just means anti-fascist. It's just like an ideological thing. But it's like a specific group with a specific leader and like members that have like tattoos.
What the fuck?
And like direct orders and like a direct.
Oh, are there any of those guys in Washington?
Oh, I'm sure they're everywhere, bro. And they're just gonna be more of them too because.
And they're violent.
They're just that's her whole deal is
that's
that
scary.
They're like most conservatives are too scared to get violent or whatever, but we aren't. We're just gonna openly call for it. So.
They're like anarchists basically.
Well,
they just want to fuck everything up.
Well, see,
anarchists are like, I know they just don't give a fuck about anything, but these guys are just so fucking violent.
Well, yeah, they're because like
to get their point across.
They're like
They're like the fucking imperial order, then like just using violence to like. You broke it, motherfucker!
Oh no, it just fell off a little.
That's so crazy. How the fuck are they allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Wait, how is he not?
That video showed that the police are like turning a blind eye to whenever that. And I've seen videos in the past few days of Proud Boys like going up to people and
just fucking.
I mean, I've heard about them for a while.
Laying out their shit, just like fucking knocking them.
Since
can't they be charged for assault? Literally, that's literally assault.
It's messy. I mean, I don't know if I told you this, but in 2016, 84% of cops voted for Trump, and I believe 77% of all cops are Republicans. It might be more than that now. That was as of a few years ago. And if 30%, it's probably more than that, if 30% of the country is still willing to vote for Trump at this point, then they're either like terrible people like that, or they're willing to be ignorant and like turn a blind eye.
Yeah, they're just old people that just don't believe anything
and are willing to like turn a blind eye.
That's so
which means that potentially as much as 30% of the country are at least going to just kind of let the Proud Boys do their thing if it came to that.
That's so crazy. Yeah, they're probably the type of people that are like, well, they had to do something to provoke the Proud Boys.
Literally, what they want ultimately is like a white ethno-state where, because they believe immigrants are the reason the country has fallen off a cliff, even though there's no evidence for that, and they believe that they're like masquerade as Christians, so any gay people or trans people are evil, and that's why he said choke a tranny or whatever, and they believe like anyone who's not. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
Like they don't actually believe in America, and anyone who says they do is trick themselves into believing that by propaganda. Actually, the Boys is so good, and it's so relevant to what this season especially, because there's a Nazi character, and like, who gets like really famous, and she starts like rallying people to her cause, and when secretly she wants what they want. She wants a white ethno state, and she's like says we're in a war of the culture, and we got to take back our. And it shows like this montage at the beginning of the most recent episode of some random guy like every day being like all those person's speeches. That's all that's playing on the news. And they have like a sick mom, and they go on like 4chan message boards, and then they fall into this like trap of like conservatives, and then neocons, and then white nationalists and Nazis, and then he thinks that this guy at the store is like a soup or whatever, because that's what is being fear-mongered, and eventually he like murders the guy who works at the gas station who he thinks is a soup, even though he isn't. And that's exactly how shooters happen. That's like how the Christchurch shooter happened, is that they get radicalized by propaganda, and because they see that what happens is, for in a lot of cases, for people who aren't totally mentally ill right off the bat, is that they see that the society as a whole is kind of going down a drain, and it's really speeding up now, at least the country. So, but they somehow, one way or another, they get led to the place where, rather than actually pointing to the problems at the root, the problems get blamed on like immigrants or the radical left or liberals or
damn liberals
or
Democrats.
Whatever, and then that just falls, or Jewish people. That's a big one. And that's how eventually, or Muslims, and that's how they eventually they get radicalized to the point of being willing to, in some cases, being willing to either become a Proud Boy or shoot up a church or a school or.
You. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you, Trump. What if he's just not wearing pants?
Somebody said if Trump doesn't hold up today's newspaper in this video, I won't believe it's from today. Yeah, it could be pre-recorded.
Yeah, but like more importantly, what if he just wasn't wearing any pants?
Yeah, that's
Ever
possible
think of that
too. Or he's just
Kevin, you don't think of that one because you only think about yourself, you fucking commie.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, what? What'd you say?
Nothing.
Dude, yeah. Gotta love me.
Was that the Oval Office right there?
It's somewhere. I don't think it's the Oval Office, but.
God.
Damn, dude.
So, there's no way Trump is fucking.
Somebody said, Mr. President, I'm literally sitting here crying and throwing up at this news. You are the bravest man I've ever seen. I named my first son after Donald after you. If anything happened to you, I don't know what I would do. Thank you for ending racism.
I love that guy. Thank you. That guy's name was Kevin Trolls.
Oh, well, okay.
Good job, Kev.
He's probably a troll then.
Yeah.
Wow,
he just... Trump... I don't understand. He does look a little pale. He looks a little less orange than usual.
His hair was out of it. He hasn't gotten his hair fixed up in a few days.
Yeah, sure. his hair was much brighter than usual. I hope he's okay, man. He wasn't really wearing a tie, you know. So maybe he's getting a little hot.
Looked a little disheveled, but
disheveled, exactly. But that boy, God, he's so fucked.
Thoughts and prayers to the Donald.
I hope
he's dead. He's not winning the election.
Dear Lord, please help Donald in his struggle right now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. God isn't real.
If there is a God, he's not walking out of that hospital.
Yeah. If there is a God. If I can guarantee one thing, Kevin, if there is a God, he's not coming while I'm alive. He is not coming to this earth while I'm alive. Because I'm punching him in the mouth and taking back my dog. Mm-hmm. And I'll get your dog too, Kev. Okay. Don't worry. If he comes down and be like, hello, I am God, I'm here to bring all my brothers and sisters back to heaven with me, I'm pulling him by his beard, punching him in the throat, and taking back my dog and your dog. Because everyone knows...
Body slam.
I'm gonna body slam Jesus.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna body slam Jesus. If he's real. Kevin, is Jesus real?
Jesus, worthy is the Lamb.
Start singing. Kevin, do you believe in Jesus? Are you saved?
I love Jesus.
We don't believe in Jesus. No. I was
Maybe he lived once, but he was like...
he was
a
Kevin,
cool guy.
I'm going to tell you a real good story. So I was at the river with Jaden. We just wanted to swim.
Cool.
We wanted to take a good old swim in the river. It was probably like 82 degrees,
Among nature.
Among nature. A man in a shirt that said like a Bible verse that said like John whatever the fuck. He was like walking down the beach or like the river's like the side of the river with a Bible. And I was just sitting like by the river with Jaden. We're just chilling. You know, we had Subway sandwiches. I had a meatball marinara. Mwah, delicious. Shout out to those people. Very good. Thank you. Probably one of the best fucking sandwiches I've ever seen in the world. Great people. Tremendous people at Subway. I was just eating
Some would say the best.
Some would say the best. And like he was walking down and I go, oh, you're going to go do some devotions? You know? I was just trying to be nice. Yeah. You know, because like that was like our like little section of the river. You know, because that's just how we were there first. You know, it's just a little section. We had to towel out and everything. He's just walking through. I'm going to go, oh, nice Bible or so. You're going to go do some devotions in nature? You know, just to be nice. He was passing through.
His eyes went red.
This motherfucker, he stops in front of us and stands there. He goes, are you a brother in Christ? And I'm just like, no, I'm not. I don't believe in God. He goes, well, God is here to save and he loves you. Don't turn away from the light. God is real and he will eliminate the darkness. Do not give in to these materialistic things of this world.
Like that towel before you.
Like that towel. Jesus never had a towel when he was at the Sea of Galilee.
Or that female woman beside you.
Or that female woman. Have you had sex with that? Did you have sex with that woman? Temptation! I see no such marriage ring on your finger. Do not touch her in any way. And I was like, okay. He didn't really say that part. Yeah. But, you know, he started ranting to me about the materialistic
world. He should have said, hell yes, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. But, like...
That was good!
It was so strange. Like, you just... I don't know. You just didn't know how to chill out. I regret asking him how his day was.
None of them know how to chill out. Are you kidding me?
None of them. They're the ones that go to youth group and think they're gang.
A part of me wants to go back to a simpler time.
Yeah.
When I was in like 4th grade, I went to Awana every Wednesday at my youth group.
Oh, I remember that. That's like that singing, like you don't. It's like.
Yeah, well, we played games, memorized verses every week. Yeah. I would always memorize them last second in the car.
And you get candy.
Yeah, you get prizes. That's where I got my little stuffed animal Pac-Man. That's somewhere in the closet.
It's somewhere in the depths. Like, fuck.
And, like, when the world wasn't on fire and I was just a boy.
And Jesus was real and God did not abandon us. Yeah. God definitely abandoned us.
For real, man. Yeah. It'd be...
Those were the days,
Those were the simple times.
Cave. I said cave. Kev, but Kevin, we're grown men, and we need to make sure this world keeps rolling.
Strap in and strap up.
Strap up. I got the strap, Kev. The old 19, the Glock, the old 9,
Glock 30.
9, what's it called? The 9 iron?
9mm?
No, like what the Cowboys say, like the 9 iron, because I was like 6 iron. Yeah, the
revolver sounds right.
The revolver had the pew pew pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta put the world in order. Like, let me tell you something, Kevin. What I've noticed, this is what I personally think. This is my worldview on a spiritual, astral level.
Cool, philosophical.
I like it. Philosophy, Kevin. What I've noticed, and if you agree or not, just tell me. I'd really like to know.
Yeah.
That, like, a lot of, like, Western, like, you know, Christianity was obviously hella Westernized. One can only imagine how Christianity is supposed to be. One can only imagine how Christianity is supposed to be before it was monopolized by white people. But, like, they're all, like, God will destroy every evil in this world, you know? You know? But I believe personally, like, there's to be a balance. You know what I said? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause like, how does it go? Like, if everything is good, nothing is good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Cause like, if everything's like good, nothing is good because it's all the same thing. You can't compare. There's no difference. It's just nothingness. That's why you have to have two sides of something. You know what I'm saying?
It's like yin and yang.
Exactly.
Chaos and order.
Exactly. So what I believe is that like you need to balance it out. You know, like the goodness and light shouldn't completely consume the darkness, but it should be a balance. So however big light is, darkness should be too. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But like Western religion is like, oh no, only light. You need to conquer all of it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I just find that very stupid and just so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I just personally find it so dumb. I think there should be a balance.
I think people have been largely in Western culture, like what in general Western culture, whether it be, in Europe or America or Canada, just like the general, Western culture, you could argue, is like the main, it's consuming the worldwide. It's just, it goes for, it stretches all over the place. So it's, and like if it continued on the path that it's on, it would eventually fill in every facet of the world, and I think that it's been warped, and like people have been tricked into believing that things have to be one way, society has to function in a certain way
to be successful and to be right,
and to be you're the only goal that a person should have is to be as successful as possible, and it's hard to explain exactly, but it's like it's all been warped into one method, and people have a hard time imagining anything outside of that. And I like to imagine that there can be something greater, something better in the long term that we can work towards. And unfortunately, there are forces that are
dark forces
that
lurking and festering in the shadows. Just kidding. They're in the light and they're like all bad. I hate everything.
Yeah.
Like I just, you know what I mean. Like, like I feel that like society to become what's like the word, like an advanced society, like space travel society,
Star Trek,
like like to become like the society that to become like the aliens are gonna come visit us and spit in our mouths because of how trashy we're.
Mm-hmm.
Like to become those guys, the aliens, the enlightened aliens, we need to we need to become one, but like not in but
yeah, no, you're right.
You know what I mean?
We need to put aside there's a lot of things that need to happen, and that's why I think that's why I focus so much and pay so much attention to like the political goings on, because I do believe, and many people do believe, I've discovered that we share a similar dream, a vision that we can work towards a place where it's perfect, like as perfect as perfect can be. Because like that's why I say like Star Trek, because in Star Trek like there's no like, well, nobody ever, there's no hunger, there's no jobs really. Like people have things that they do, but it's because they're like passionate about it, and the primary goal, they've connected with other planets and formed this greater society, and their primary goal is to find of leads, the main characters, like find other planets and bring them into like the greater family of like solar system. And there's no there's no class, and there's no like it's like the end goal of
like everyone is equal even though everyone is different.
Mm-hmm. And everyone can do what they want to do and not have to worry about paying for a house or paying for food or
like being ostracized because of your beliefs.
And like and that's why I'm a fan of the idea of the only thing you should be intolerant of is intolerance. Like people say, well, what about freedom of speech, and everybody has the right to their, and like obviously we don't even have true freedom of speech at this point in the country, because it's like hate speech and defamatory speech.
Yeah, we took
which is fine. Because like people say I'm a freedom of speech absolutist, and that hardly is ever actually true. Like that's hardly ever actually true. But and like I think that you, in order to move towards that greater vision of society, you have to be tolerant of every form of speech and form of idea and form of every like person, except for those who are and those ideas which are intolerant of other ideas and other peoples, and like and you have to call that out, and you have to
as long as it's like not destructive of someone else's, I think it's
you have to root out those ideas. And not that no, that's not me saying that you should, like, I believe that most people can be reformed and brought over. It's just that we live right now in an environment that makes it so easy to
just be on one side and go all the way.
To be too far gone in the wrong direction.
They're what's the word, like, I don't know the word. I don't know the phrase for it. Like they're beyond help or some shit.
TFG, too far gone.
Yeah, too far gone.
Yeah. And there are some people like that, and there probably always will be to an extent, but a lot of people can be
so
brought over to the light.
To the light, Kevin.
I like to believe.
To the religion. Kevin, religion is the only way.
Religion, that's why I'm a Christian, an evangelical Christian fundamentalist.
I'm an evangelist. I would like to knock on your door, give you Bible, and spit in thine mouth.
That's why I'm going
tell you you are going to... I don't know. I just
Hell
don't...
yeah.
I feel religion is very petty.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another way because you're scared of dying a little.
And I have no problem with, like, spirituality and, you know, people who, like, are big into that sort of thing, like whether it be something basic like meditation or something more like...
Oh, yeah, just like your general well-being.
The Buddhist beliefs are pretty, like, cool and, like, kind of that idea, you know? But
yeah, just like...
I think that's all well and good, because a lot of those that I hear talked about are, like, actually beneficial to the greater society.
Like
it sounds
inner peace,
and,
you know?
Yeah. And that's all well and good, and if that helps you be a better person and helps you, that's fine.
You know,
that's great.
Yeah, if Christianity...
Even Christianity, as long
if
as
it makes you a better person...
As long as you're not forcing it on other people, and especially not using it as an excuse to be a terrible person.
Yeah.
Which that Christianity is kind of like has
Christianity is
magnetizing those kind of
people. It has a history of as the excuse to fuck up other boys.
Yeah.
Because, like, isn't it like at one point Great Britain but like had like influence, like it's like 75 or 80% of the world as an like because of like missionaries.
Yeah.
And like, you know, what's that one called? The Crusades, the Holy Crusade.
Yeah.
That's like that's like the biggest one. Like, oh, we want the Holy Land back.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they had nothing to do with that.
And
like I'm just saying, religion is very strange.
And like, yeah, as Christianity in particular has been used to excuse slavery, or the KKK was founded as like a fundamentalist Christian screw. They had Christian slogans but that's a whole. Yeah, so, I mean,
religion is just strange, and I don't like if you use it to comfort yourself because you're scared of dying, or like you are a cocaine addict, and then you're like, Jesus loves you or some shit, you know, good for you, but like, come on, you can't use it, like the KKK, come on now, buddy, come on now.
It's like you can use it to justify any.
You can use religion to justify a lot of things, beheadings, and like fuck.
Oh yeah, for real. But
I'm just saying, religion is not okay.
But yeah, but
I don't like religion.
And there's a lot of people who share that common dream of working towards something better, and there's a lot of things that need to happen in order to get there and start moving in that direction. And we're not in a place right now where we can even start moving that way because of. I mean,
we're in the negatives.
We're in the negative zone.
We're going backwards, boys.
Yeah.
We're going back. We're turning into monkeys.
Yes. Oh, I love monkeys, dude.
Monkeys?
So that picture I sent you of that monkey with the Capri Sun. I've been watching monkey memes on YouTube recently.
Monkeys are pretty good.
They're so good. They're so cool.
Did you like the video of the raccoon I sent?
I didn't like that.
I loved it. It was so funny.
I mean, it was kind of funny, but it's just more like, I don't know. I don't like seeing the poor little animal. Maybe if it was like
Like
A
what?
different animal.
Like what animal do you
Like
not?
something really ugly that I don't like to look at.
Like what?
Like
What, Kevin? Like what? Hmm?
Uh,
Are you being speciesist?
I don't know, maybe like a rhinoceros.
Like a rhinoceros?
No, you remember we talked about this. Rhino propaganda, anti-dinosaur propaganda has infiltrated the minds of the youth into believing that rhinos are not dinosaurs.
Rhinos
It's in
are
the name. Rhinosaurus.
It's
Rhinoceros. Rhinoceros. Yeah. Like Tyrannosaurus, rhinoceros. It's just been made to pronounce wrong. People say rhinoceros because that way their brain doesn't go saurus. Rhinoceros propaganda.
Oh, you know what I watched?
What'd you watch?
I watched Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was pretty
I watch
okay.
that movie all the time.
It was an okay
It's
movie.
got Brendan Ruth. Well, no,
Who's
not
that?
Brendan. Brendan Fraser. That's
Fraser, yeah.
Fraser.
Poor guy got like sexually assaulted. Now he's jobless.
Yeah, poor guy.
Poor guy.
That was like his last big movie.
Yeah, and then he had that. What's the little kid's name? The little kid.
He was in Hunger Games, right?
Yeah, PETA.
Yeah, PETA. I don't know his name.
Yeah. But
Sick movie. Best movie.
which one?
Journey to the Center.
Oh, Journey.
of the Earth.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. When they're falling and then they say we're still falling. Got me every time when I was a young lad.
When I was a young boy. When I was a young boy. I'm a father.
Yeah. What else is there to discuss? I mean, that new Joji album I mentioned is pretty good. It's not.
Oh, music.
It's not amazing, but it's good, and you should check it out. I'd recommend it. I mean,
Okay. I just wanted to say something. Like, Kevin, what you like a very big genre. Like, you like not all music, but you like a very multiple genres of music, right?
You could say that.
Yeah, me too. But like I'm introverted. I could stay in my room 24/7. I'd be fine. You know? But like I just feel it's like I feel music is so draining. In a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel I don't know what I'm like, you know, like, if I'm in a conversation with someone I fucking hate, or if I'm at, like, a party I don't want to be at, I'm you know, the term is, like, you're being emotionally drained. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I feel some music, I think, like, in my opinion, some music is like that. Yeah. I don't know why, though. Like, bad music, to me, always gets me in a bad mood. I just fucking hate bad music that's, like, weird and shit, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But, like, I don't know, just music, even music that I do like is, like, draining to me. I think it's because there's just, like, voice, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, just music is so draining to me.
Well, yeah, I mean, Joji's album is pretty sad boy hours, so I guess that's...
Yeah.
It's pretty draining.
Like,
Except for, like, there's a full version of Pretty Boy. Remember the short I'm a pretty boy living on the west side? That little, like, not song he released a while ago.
Oh, yeah, during the development of his album. It was like a minute.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, there's a full, that one, not the other one, but that one has a full version on the album with Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty?
It's the full version is pretty good.
You know what I think I'm low-key, like, I hate famous stuff. And that's, like, the definition of a hippie. Or not a hippie. Is that a hippie?
I don't know. There's more to I mean, you could call us hippies for believing in, like, a greater vision of society that are like that, where everyone is like peace and love, like that Beatles guy.
Like, yeah, but like, there's like a term for people that don't like mainstream stuff.
Oh yeah, like
you know what I mean.
I don't know.
There's a specific name for people that don't like mainstream stuff.
I mean, yeah, I like mainstream stuff. I like not mainstream stuff. Like, The Boys is really popular right now.
Yeah, only because I love The Boys. Such good.
And it's so crazy because they finished filming it before the pandemic, really, like right before the pandemic really kicked off. But like everything, and long before like the protests started. But there's big themes of like protests and protesting corporations and like rallying. Like there's a lot of themes that are really, really relevant to what's happening in 2020, even though it was like written and filmed mostly before that even started. So
yeah,
pretty crazy.
It's
just a great show.
I just don't like. I've only seen. Oh, The Boys season 2 coming out. I've only seen those ads. I've never seen an ad for The Boys, like season 1 before it, like any of that.
Yeah, because it was kind of nobody really. It's like that happens with a lot Well, at least to me, it's like
season 2 of this show. I've never
like
heard
a
of.
week before it comes out, like the first season comes out. I like see a trailer or like see that somebody else watched a trailer, and then I'm like, oh, what's that? Maybe I'll check that out. And then like it comes out and I hear good things and the same thing happened with Stranger Things. It was like a few days before it came out. I heard of it for the first time, and then I was like, maybe I'll check it out because
I've never watched Stranger Things.
It's a good show. I mean, like every season is kind of the same thing again, so you kind of have to like the characters in order to like the show as a whole. Because like the second season, each season has like a new element to it, but it's like it's pretty much they're doing the same thing.
The same
and over.
like
and I think the
same
next
like
season,
shelled plot, the general shelled plot.
Because like and I do kind of like that every season has like a start, a middle, and an end, and then it starts in the middle and end. So I like that. That's like complete stories, kind of. I think in the long run, as much as I like a lot of the characters on the show, and I do like the second and third seasons, I think maybe the original idea, I think maybe this wasn't their idea, but that somebody suggested that every season should be like a new set of characters in a new location with a new story.
Kind of like,
I think that would have been
what's
cool.
it called? American Horror Story.
Kind of like that.
They're just like, but those are like totally different.
Yeah,
like
or even actually, I would have preferred a compromise where every season had like the same characters, but it was like completely different. Because like every season, it's alternate dimension with these alien beings who can like who kidnap people and who possess people, and it's like that over and over again. I would have preferred if like they did that in season 1, and then season 2 was like UFO aliens, and then season 3 was like ghosts or zombies or something. Like just completely go in a different direction each time.
Except they're like
that I would have liked.
Yeah, like
instead of this the same bad guy over and over.
Same soup, just reheated, as they say.
But
I'm not a big TV guy.
I'm definitely a TV guy more than a movie guy.
I watch. Oh really? You used to be a really big movie guy.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, movies are kind of. I like when, because like with TV shows, a lot of TV shows can really like. It's hard to me with a movie to get fully invested in like a character or the story because it's only an hour and a half, 2 hours long.
Yeah, and then it's done.
And it's usually not even like till towards the end when I would kind of get into, unless the movies I like nowadays are like movies where they're like smaller indie movies where like there's like this idea that's like this movie is like this idea played out, and then this is like there's some movies I've watched recently that are really good, but I like for like more, if I really want to like get into characters or a story, I like TV shows because that you can spend like hours and hours just like getting to know characters.
Yeah, and you see them develop.
And that's one reason I love The Walking Dead. I mean, next season is the last season, season 11, and it'll end with 177 episodes in total. But
Jeez.
like, sometimes you get whole episodes where it's just like a couple characters, and like you really get to get into those characters.
And then you just fall in love.
And then they die.
And then they die, and you have a mental breakdown like a fat loser.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you seen the movie Doctor Sleep?
No.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah. It's the sequel to The Shining.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
I watched it.
I heard good things.
It's really, really good. I really liked it.
I haven't seen The Shining though.
You haven't seen The Shining?
I mean, I know the gist.
I haven't seen The Shining either, but the second movie is really.
I know there's like a scene where a guy in a bear costume sucks another guy's dick, and then I know that there's
what in The Shining?
Yeah, I knew that for a while, but just today I saw somebody post a meme about it. That was pretty funny.
What?
He's like, the guy's like walking, or maybe it's the girl is like walking past a hallway, and they're starting to trip balls, and he like looks in a room, and there's like a guy in a bear costume. And they look up and look at him, and it's like. It's kind of weird, but it's a
what the
that's a Stanley Kubrick movie he did 2001.
I'm so scared.
2001: A Space Odyssey. He did Clockwork Orange.
Space Odyssey is with the weird
jacket.
Space Odyssey is the one with the weird fat dog human, right?
No.
I think that's Spaceballs.
Yeah, that's Spaceballs.
Yeah,
that's a good movie too.
I haven't seen that one. I've only seen that.
That's the Star Wars parody movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's what that's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's he's like Chewbacca. He's like the big.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I've only seen like 30 seconds of that movie, and that's when like that weird dog thing starts praying to God. as they're like falling in a spaceship, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, it's good.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
What a fucking stupid movie.
Yeah, there's like, instead of Yoda, it's a guy named Yogurt. He's like a short green guy, but his name's Yogurt, and he's got like merchandise that he sells.
And he speaks normally like a fucking normal human being.
Yeah, he does.
God.
Dark Helmet instead of Darth Vader. It's funny.
That's so
it's
stupid.
a classic. Like, it's a good movie.
That's so stupid. Yeah, but like, like movies like that, and what's it called? Harry Potter. Everyone gets invested in those dumb bitches.
See, I still like Harry Potter. I like the movies. I like the books. I don't like J.K. Rowling, but I like Harry Potter,
She's like fucking crazy.
The Marvel movies I've gotten tired of. Although my sister and I just started the Netflix Marvel shows with like Daredevil and all that. And those are they're hit and miss, but the good ones are really good, and I'm still into those ones.
Gosh, fucking yeah. One can only imagine what the movies are supposed to come out for, Marvel Phase 4 or whatever.
Well, they're still gonna come out. It's just
later.
Just much later. Yeah, we're still getting the WandaVision show this year, which actually kind of looks interesting.
Are they the same actors?
Yeah, it's
that's good.
It's like, but it's weird. It's like it's the first door to them opening up the multiverse, because Vision's dead, obviously, and but like this show is like takes place in the 1950s, and it's kind of making fun of shows from that time, and so it's him and Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, and like but it's like they're a married couple, and they're human, and then weird shit starts happening, and it looks interesting.
That's interesting, yeah, because that's like a totally different.
Totally, and I am excited for some more of because Marvel's gonna start doing shows with like mainstream, like those like
the actual actors.
Like Winter Soldier is gonna have one, and Loki and
Buck. Is that his name? Buck.
Bucky, yeah.
Bucky
and the Falcon is gonna be in it.
Hell
Hawkeye is having one, and Loki and She-Hulk apparently. And
who the fuck is gonna be isn't Black Widow having one?
A movie. She's got a movie.
Oh, gay. I don't want a movie. I want a TV show. God.
So yeah, I am looking forward to those to see what they do with them, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Star Wars though is like completely drained.
Being sucked dry.
Star Wars was so like special back in the day. I don't know if you never were like grew up with Star Wars, but Star Wars I definitely did. The prequels and the original movies, and like my dad used to have like 200 Star Wars figures all in the cases still, and he got rid of all but a few of them, which kind of sucks now, but we needed the space. There were so many. But Star Wars was like not just that they were really good movies, but like they were like the modern day like fairy tale. Like the original trilogy was like everybody knew what Star Wars was. Everybody loved Star Wars. Everybody knew the characters, and not only that, it's like there was a political program like called Star Wars named after the movie that was like completely unrelated. It was like some military. But like that's how influential Star Wars was, is that it was in every facet of everywhere, and it was so weird. And even through the prequels, which are like not good movies, but I like them because of the memes, that maintained, and that still was the case. And then Disney comes along and it's like makes the most standard like boring Star Wars movies you can
shit
imagine
in their mouth,
and now Star Wars, like nobody really cares anymore, except for the Mandalorian. People like that.
Yeah, because of Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda. I never watched it. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't... Like, I just... Like, Juice WRLD, he died, right? Like, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. Lil Peep, he's dead. X is dead, too. I never heard of... I mean, I heard of them. I just never got into their shit until they were dead.
Yeah.
I don't get into anyone until, like... until like I either come across them by chance because they pique my interest, or they're dead. Because like I don't know, I just don't like mainstream shit. That's why I never really got into Star Wars. Like Lord of the Rings, I really liked Lord of the Rings actually.
Good movies, and I like the Hobbit movies too. A lot of people don't, but I like them.
Really? Why don't they? What?
A lot of people. Honestly, that's one of the ones I don't really understand why people... A lot of people really don't like the Hobbit movies.
Why did they...
I think part of it
is
is
not
that...
accurate to the book?
Yeah, because the book is like really short, And
really, the book is really short.
The book is it's shorter than any one of the Lord of the Rings books. And if they made one movie off of each Lord of the Rings book, and then they made 3 movies off of a shorter book. So a lot of people don't like it for that reason, because there's a lot of new stuff. I like a lot of the stuff they added, and I'd read the book before I even saw the first movie. And I still like the movies.
That's so fucking weird. I didn't know that.
But
I mean, that's what happens in movies. That's what happens when you like convert a book to a movie.
Yeah,
like,
I do not care if an adaptation, like a movie or a show, is the same as the book, as long as whatever they change is as good or better.
Yeah.
Then I could not care
if they
less.
take out really good parts of the book and they don't put in the fucking movie,
and or completely warp what the book was about, like the meaning of the book, and
fucking stupid
just
shit.
miss the point.
Like, I didn't watch it or read the books of Harry Potter. Are they accurate?
They're pretty accurate. Yeah, like the first 3 are pretty much like every single, because the books get longer as they go along, so there's only so much they can fit into the movies. But the first 3 is like everything is like beat for beat accurate to the books. Fourth one's where you start to get much longer, and they did cut a lot of stuff out, but they kept the main points. Because the last one was split into 2 movies, so the last one again has pretty much everything except for
Half-Blood Prince.
Except for like one, like couple scenes with like one character, and like a couple Dumbledore related stuff. Like it's pretty minor stuff.
Dumbledore's dead.
But so it's really like the 4th, 5th, and 6th movies. A lot was cut, but they're still like pretty accurate.
What did I watch as a kid? Like what am I invested? Like I'm not invested into a lot of like, you know, like a big fandom of any sort. I'm just a little boy.
I mean, yeah, because I grew up with Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Star Wars, Harry Potter,
Transformers.
I love the first movie, and then the second one. Even at age 8, I watched the second one in the theaters, and I knew it was not as good.
It was ass. Yeah. Is the second one still has Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah,
but has a different.
No, Megan Fox is in that one too.
Yeah, I got so confused. My small pea brain couldn't handle. Why is there a new girl?
In the third one, yeah. Because Megan Fox didn't want to be in it.
Yeah, it's so confusing to me when they just don't want to be in the movie, so they just like totally new people. Like Shia LaBeouf wasn't in the next one, the fourth one, yeah. The Mark Wahlberg, that's him?
Yeah. Yeah,
fucker. Like, what the fuck? You can't just do that. Pisses me off.
Well, that's show business, baby.
Like when I was a kid, I'm Asian, so I was into anime. And I'm not really into it anymore. Well, I kind of am because there's really good ones. But like I wasn't even into that shit because like there's an extremist for every group, as we were talking about before, but like the anime ones are so weird. Yeah, because like
and I never watched anything like, which I mean, like Pokemon did not look like my
I hated thing when I was young, same. I didn't watch Pokemon.
Anything like that.
I watched Naruto as a kid. I just found it really creepy. I did rewatch when I was like now. I liked it.
Yeah.
But like my parents, I know my mom specifically was like, "Do not watch Pokemon. That is it.
Satanic.
It is satanic demon monsters." And did you hear about like so Pokemon made a movie and then like a bunch of kids got a seizure from watching the movie?
I think I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, because like there's like in the movie big bad guy explosion. And apparently the explosion, it like consisted of like white, green, and blue, or white, green, and red. Wow. And I don't know what the big deal about that is, but like it was just a white screen, then a green screen, and then a red. It would just like switch through all those screens for the explosion. Dang. And apparently those colors moved through each other so fast it gave kids seizures.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? Like there's a slow-mo version of that very scene of like the switching of colors.
Yeah.
And it's fast as fuck. It gave me a headache.
Wow.
Like I watched it on YouTube. I was like, what the fuck?
I've been watching a lot of classic SpongeBob clips on YouTube. Show is still so funny. The first few seasons, it was so good. It is still so good. It's like I'm laughing. I'm laughing watching these.
Like they like remade it, and there's like new art designs. So trash.
Yeah.
And then you watch Fairly Odd Parents as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the new one, there's like Timmy has to share his Fairly Odd Parents, and there's like a fairy dog and a fairy baby.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't know any of that.
But like the biggest plot twist in that show was like, did you know that fucking Timmy apparently made a forbidden wish?
Oh my gosh!
You know,
what did he do? He wished to be a girl.
No, he wished to be immortal, bro.
Oh shit!
And he not immortal, but he wished that no one would ever grow up, so he could keep his fairy godparents forever.
Fuck.
And apparently it was
still a kid.
Yeah, it was apparently it's 50 years in the lore of that show. It's been 50 years.
That's hilarious.
That just blew my cock and nuts and balls and dick.
Yeah, dude. All the old ones: SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron,
Jimmy Neutron. Okay, Jimmy Neutron was one of the few shows that did that weird 3D type of art.
Yeah, and
they still pulled it off.
Yeah, it looked fine back when I was young. I don't know. It looks kind of dated now, but it's still.
They definitely pulled it off it was good. It was good, but you don't get that shit now.
Cock and ball torture.
Cock and ball and dick and nut.
Have you seen the video of the guy reading the cock and ball torture Wikipedia article?
No.
It's so funny. The way he reads it is the best.
Is he serious?
Well, when you go to the Wikipedia article, because there's some Wikipedia articles have audible versions that you can listen to for blind people, and I believe this is the actual one that's on there. Here, let me play some of it.
Oh, God.
Actually, do you want to wrap up the podcast? It's been 90 minutes. Hour and a half.
Dude, I think we covered a lot of shit. We talked about
Trump for a long time, for the first 45 minutes, but we moved on to some.
But that's okay.
That's okay. That's
okay. Because he has fucking COVID.
He's gone, dude.
Fat loser. I know Kung Fu. I'll whip your ass, you conservative scum. Kung Flu. I'll spit in your mouth, you mask wearing conservative scum.
But yeah. So. Thoughts and prayers go out to the Doland.
Okay, let's end this with a prayer.
Okay.
Hold your hands. Dear Lord, thank you for this day.
Please protect our great and mighty president.
Please protect our mighty president.
Keep him safe from the Jews.
Keep him safe from the black people also.
And allow him to keep fighting the pedophile Democrats.
Thank you. I will carry out your will through the ways of the Proud Boys. Thank you, Jesus.
And keep him fighting against those pedophile Democrat liberals.
Keep him fighting against those snowflake pedophiles. That want to
destroy our country with communism.
Damn comm scum. The comm scum will not. I swear, Jesus, the Proud Boys will make you proud.
And please help him recover from COVID.
Please help him recover from COVID.
The China virus.
The Asian flu. The damn Asian flu. And please close all immigration to America. Love you, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.